brutal. People are losing their jobs fast. At this point, me talking about the economy is just me repeating the same thing over and over again. Y'all know how bad it is. Y'all know it's brutal. Y'all know it's hard to get a job. Y'all know it's almost impossible getting a call back. Y'all know mass layoffs are hitting every sector, every company almost, right? We know that AI is a massive reason behind it as well. I feel like it's overkill for me to keep repeating the same things. Look, family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push this content out. Smash subscribe to join the tribe and ring the post notification bell as well. Let's get into the reason you clicked on this video to hear people rant, talk about how bad it is in the job market. Let's go. Let's get it.
I got fired this morning from a company I have been working at for the last 8 years.
I was really blindsided by it.
These corporations you guys work for do not give a fuck about you.
I have been literally working like 50 hours a week.
They didn't owe me anything beyond my pay.
Don't ever be loyal to a company, ever.
Hi guys, I know it's been a while. I started a new job 2 months ago, and I have been literally working like 50 hours a week, sometimes longer, like working on the weekends. It was an event, keyword was, and I just got fired. I just got let go. So, I'm back on my bullshit. Let's fucking go.
Howdy, howdy. Well, I got the phone call today from my supervisor. Don't ever be loyal to a company, ever. And I'm saying this to the older generation. I'm also saying this to the younger generation. Don't worry about 2-week notices because they will screw you. I just found that out. I've been working for the company for a year. Perfect attendance, never had any issues. Always did my job, was super efficient. Matter of fact, I was one of the most.
Life is expensive. Quality tools don't have to be. Harbor Freight, America's
efficient people on second shift. I drive 2 hours round trip for work every day, 410s. Just got a call from my boss that the CEO or the upper management does not want me coming back in. They're just gonna let me go. So don't ever give your employer notice. Keep your mouth shut. If you're gonna leave, keep it to yourself. If you're gonna fill out another application for an employer, do not mark on there that yes, they can contact your past employer, or at least make it known to them that you don't want them, unless they're going to hire you and give you a start date, you don't want them contacting your last employer because they will make your life miserable. Like I said, perfect attendance record, perfect everything. And they called me today and said that they don't want me to come back.
All right, now, if we can't see that the job market is done, it's cooked. Do you see the divide? The old world that we once knew, you know, where if you had perfect attendance, if you did what they asked you to do, you were rewarded. Even if you didn't get much of a raise, because the raises really were never nothing, but at least they would keep you around. Do we see that slowly but surely falling away to the wayside? Look at what this man is saying. Do the complete opposite. Don't tell them when you're quitting. Don't put a 2-week notice in. Don't be loyal to the company, because they're not loyal to you. The world sure has changed. It's different now. Look at the job market. Look at the economy. It's not going back to how it used to be.
So I have to go back down there regardless to pick up my weld hood and all my equipment that I have there. But they feel that I'm just going to make a bunch of mistakes while I'm there, even though the last year I was one of the most efficient with the least amount of mistakes. I think they think I'm going to purposely kind of screw up their stuff, but I'm just kind of shell-shocked because I still had 3 weeks left before my PTO, and I was going to take the last week off. Mind you, like financially, it's not going to really hurt me that much, but that's 3 weeks of pay that I don't have, that I planned on having when I left. So I asked my supervisor when I was on the phone today, they're going to meet today to discuss. It's kind of up in the air what they want to do. But they asked me not to come in today. I told my supervisor I am coming in tomorrow because I am going to pick up all my equipment, my welding hood and gear and all that stuff that I had there. That's mine, so I want that back. But I asked my supervisor if they could pay me a severance just pay me out for the 3 weeks and like be done with me. That would be the right thing to do. But apparently they're not much into the right thing to do. I had asked my supervisor a while ago that if I ever gave a 2-week notice, would they let me work the whole thing? And they said yes. He said yes. So either he was lying or he didn't know. But any employer that I ever work for after this, if I ever work for anybody else, I will never give a notice. I'll just not show up one day. And then when they call me to say, why didn't you show up? No, because if I give a 2-week notice, you're going to fire me anyways. So
Yeah, I did that with my last job, right? I didn't show up. Matter of fact, they asked me, would you be here on Sunday to finish your shift? Because I did tell them I was leaving, right? I didn't give them a 2-week notice, though. I was just like, look, I'm not coming back. They was like, well, can you finish your shift? You know, you're on the schedule for the next 2 days. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. Then when those days came, I didn't show up. Then I did show up for my check, though. I popped up for my check. And they were like, where were you? I said, it's confidential. I need my check. They gave me my check. I left. Now, I had a friend who got me in there. And clearly, this was the talk of the company or whatever you want to say. They definitely had something to say because they told him, yeah, he said he left because it's confidential. I told my friend, yeah, it was. That's what I told him, which means it's none of your business why I'm leaving. Poor treatment. That's the real reason.
that's what's happened. When I go to the company tomorrow, I'll let you know what's going on. But I am 57, so I think this has a lot to do with ageism. They're trying to get rid of me, like, so that maybe I don't talk to other younger people and tell them what's happening. But with that said, don't ever give a 2-week notice. When employers are asking why you don't give 2 weeks notice, this is an example. If you don't have anything to back you up, to let them know, like, you know, you have funding and you're okay with, you know, 2 weeks off with no pay, or maybe save up enough PTO and you just take that 2 weeks off and then just don't come back. That would probably be the best thing. But don't leave yourself short of 2 weeks of pay unless you can afford it, because companies like this will not have your back. They will not. It's pretty sad because I had worked for this company before and they were pretty fair last time. And I gave them 2 weeks notice last time and they let me work all the way through. So with that being said, just an update. I'm headed over to Menards to get more screws. So I'm going to go back to work on finishing out the van. And I'm guessing I'm just not going to be going back to work at all. So hopefully they pay me what they owe me, though, or at least pay me a severance of the 3 weeks, and then my PTO, and just pay me all out at once and then be done with me. So I will find out more of that later today or tomorrow. I guess they got to have a meeting about it. I don't understand why they even do this kind of bullshit, but yeah, it's kind of fucked up if you think about it, but lesson learned. And I kind of thought this might happen, so I made sure I had money saved. You know, not going to hurt me a lot financially, but it would be nice to have that money for traveling. But anyways, I just thought I'd share with you. And you got people out here racing, looking to get tickets because the cops around here don't deal with that very well. But anyways, yeah, one more thing. I just met a lady. Her name's Heather, and she's a van lifer, and she lives in a 1995 ambulance, which is pretty freaking awesome. So I met her, talked to her, and I'll tell you what, some of these van life people, she's cool as shit, man. We have lots in common. We were talking about different stuff we were doing. I showed her my van. Her van's not real clean right now, but that's to be expected if you live in your van full time. But yeah, Heather, if you ever see this, peace. That was cool to meet you. But maybe I'll see her around one more time. She was going to give me her phone number, and then she had to run. I had to run. She had an appointment. So anyways, Heather, if you see this, add me. All right? Peace.
He airing all Heather business out. But look, you see how he said he worked for them before and they were fair. But this time, it's a completely different ballgame. This is what I'm saying. That old world don't exist no more. It's different now. Employers are bold now. They know that they don't need employees no more, so they doing whatever. They don't care. They'll let you go without a reason. They might not even pay this man. It's different. The economy has collapsed. The job market is on its way out. The fall of Babylon, the fall of the job market, the fall of the economy. We're watching it all collapse in real time.
I got fired this morning from a company I have been working at for the last 8 years. I've had the same boss for the last 8 years. And yeah, it happened this morning, 9 a.m. I had a meeting booked with my boss. Our HR business partner immediately joins the call. They tell me that due to restructuring, they have to make hard decisions, and they have decided after review at all leadership levels that my job will be terminated.
Yep.
This came as a massive shock. There was no performance improvement plan. There was no conversation about how I could have been performing better. They essentially just told me, effective Friday, your role is no longer here. My only question I could muster the strength to ask is like, what's happening with my team? Are they also being let go? And they said that they could not answer that question at the time.
These corporations you guys work for do not give a fuck about you. Some people really need to hear that, okay? As somebody who worked for a company for 5 years, my mother worked there 35 years. I had great relations with all my clients, everyone I worked with, all of it. Even though I did something that technically was my own doing, it wasn't a huge deal, I still got fired. And they tried to say I quit, so I couldn't get unemployment. Looked into taking legal actions, all the things, and it just like wasn't worth it. I just wanted to.
That too, they will fire you and say you quit so they don't have to pay you. Mob life mentality. The real gangsters are the employers and the government.
Wash my hands and be. I'm seeing the story unfold of the girl who was like basically talking about New York influencers being boring and losing her job over it. While it does seem unfair, I lost my job over something I did to myself as well that still seemed unfair, but like I still did it. That's life. Your job does not give a fuck about you. I hate to say it. I was in that boat and I felt it. And I was like, how did I lose my job over something so silly? I thought I was valuable. You're not. You're replaceable, unfortunately. I'm not talking about this girl. I'm just saying in general. Like, they really just don't care. If you're sending an email at 5:01 and you're off at 5, I can promise you no job is worth it. Don't go into your personal time. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't rely on large corporations to keep you around. My tip for the girl who got fired for making that video is keep making videos. Obviously you're doing something. You got some traction, you got some heat. Just keep going with it. Don't go back to a corporate job. They're not gonna treat you right. The best thing I ever did after getting fired from a corporate job was working for myself.
There you have it. The best thing she did after leaving her corporate job or being fired was work for herself. You have nobody telling you what to do, when to come in. Of course, you still have to be dedicated to your craft. You still have to put the work in. You probably have to work harder. Everything falls on you, but it's still less stressful. Sounds crazy, right? But people are learning. They're learning. Corporate used to be the way to go. Now people are learning that corporate don't really care about you. And these people have been at these jobs for a long time. And now it takes for them to get let go to realize this. They thought they had her back. They thought since they dedicated X amount of years to that corporation that they would treat them right at least. Y'all know my saying, they use you until you are no longer useful. And this is what we're seeing right now. They will literally terminate your role and let you know the day of. Yeah, we terminating this role. And they can't even tell you if anybody else is being terminated with you. Like, what about my team? Are they being let go too? We can't let you know that. Basically saying that's none of your business. We just letting you know you gotta go. But just see it for what it is, right? They're terminating whole roles. So just think about it. If one is terminated, the next will be terminated. The next will be terminated. Eventually, we know AI will be running the show. They might have 1 or 2 workers that'll maintain the AI and keep the team afloat. Pretty much, they're going to keep themselves in position and probably their family members, not nobody like you or me.
Doing something. You got some traction, you got some heat. Just keep going with it. Don't go back to a corporate job. They're not going to treat you right. The best thing I ever did after getting fired from a corporate job was working for myself.
I feel like a burden.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views, and we're a small team.
Every family cannot work at a competitive A competitor. Your family cannot work at a competitor. What?
They're not managing you. They're managing you out. You used to feel respected. Now you feel like a burden, like everything is under a microscope. You're asked to prove yourself over and over again, even though your results speak for themselves. So what happens? You start second guessing your instincts. You start doubting your leadership. You start shrinking yourself. And that's exactly what they want to see. The question becomes, how do you get out of it? And so in the next video, I'm going to share with you exactly what you can do to protect yourself so that you don't have to ever feel like this again.
My brother fired me yesterday.
Okay, we're going to let her talk. She said her brother fired her yesterday, but I like what she said there. That's true. They're not managing you, they're managing you out. Do not let that go over your head. Build up that cushion, like I always say. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. First guy you see, he had savings, so he was saying him being let go really didn't affect him. It would be nice if he got those 3 weeks worth of pay, but he's been planning for this. He already basically knew it would come. People feel like, oh, they're going to keep me around. They like me. They don't care about that. They care about profits. And the way that things are going right now, they have to cut their overhead. And their most expensive expense is their employees. So they got to do what they got to do. At the end of the day, business is business. There's no feelings in business. That's where people go wrong. They have feelings attached to it. I thought they cared about me. They care about profits. There's no feelings in business. You got to remember that. They're thinking from a business perspective.
Now I'm 53 years old and going to have to look for a new job. I haven't had to look for a new job in over 20 years. I worked after hours for my brother's company 7 days a week. I had planned to retire in 6 years. I've been working since I was 13 years old. Now I get to look for a new job.
Bro, it's like 8 o'clock. Just got let go from my job. I don't know, man. Gotta see what's next for me. Gotta see what's next for me, dog. Man, let me tell you how whack and lame this job is, this place I was working at, bro. So, little backstory. I've been having issues with these people for some months now. And I don't know, we just never gelled. And it just never gelled. But anyways, I got let go today. Mind you, I have an hour commute from where I live in Lafayette to Baton Rouge, and then another hour commute to get home. So 2 hours of my day I'd spend driving here. It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I got here at 6:30. They let me get here. They let me do all my whole Monday routine, all that jazz, and then they let me go.
And that too, I hate how they do that too. This man said it took him a 2-hour commute. They let him do his work and then let him go. I hate how they do that. They have you work the whole day and then let you go at the end. Tell me at the beginning, so I won't do nothing for you. Don't tell me at the end, oh yeah, we letting you go. They don't care about your time, but they want you to care about their time. And another thing I hate how it takes for people to get let go to realize how whack the job was. He talking about, yeah, this job was whack.
First of all, for starters, why not do that over the phone? Y'all could have told me that over the phone. Or y'all could have told me that Friday that this was coming. Y'all could have warned me. Save my gas, my job. I could have been sleeping. You know, I had a good Father's Day yesterday. I played pickleball, the whole nine, had a blast. You know, for things to come, I guess, crashing down today, which is fine, you know. I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out anyway. You know, I had been going to HR, trying to get things to change as far as the narrative towards me, and it didn't fathom, you know, to pan out. But man, I don't know. Today is day one of being unemployed. I don't know what I'm about to do. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know. You know, I gotta pray to God and You know, I've been praying to God to just remove me from any situations that serve me no purpose, that don't do nothing for my life, nothing that I need, not allow me to head in the direction that I need to go. Not that I want to, but where I need to go. So, yeah, man, I don't know. Day one, we'll see.
And when you pray to the Most High and ask him to remove you from places that you don't deserve to be in, oh, best believe he gonna answer quickly. He's seeing it right here. He got removed. If they don't serve you, they don't deserve you. They didn't deserve him. This man commuted 2 hours. Let me say that again, 2 hours. I'm more than certain that what they were paying him was not worth that. It wasn't worth that alone, that commute.
And if possible, can you guys help me get to 1,000 followers on TikTok and help me get to 1,000 followers, bro? And I'm gonna try the whole TikTok affiliate thing, whatever. You know, just in the meantime, I'd be grateful for that. I don't need, you know, if y'all could do that for me, if y'all could pass the word, reach, you know, push the algorithm, whatever it is I need to do, bro. Help me get to that 1,000 followers. And hey, my appreciation is gonna be out the roof. Let me know. Follow me.
And you see how when these people get let go, he said he don't know what to do. But at the end of this video, he said, if y'all can get me to 1,000 followers, I'm gonna try out this TikTok shop affiliates thing. See, no, y'all know what to do. Y'all just haven't dedicated the time to it, probably because you do not have the time. So when you are removed, now you have that time to lock in, right? You know what to do. We all got ideas of what we want to do. That you got to do what you hate to do to get to the point you can do what you want to do. That's not true. You just got to lock in, dedicate all of your free time. Hey, it's going to come with some sacrifices, though. It's going to come with living as frugal as you can. You might have to stay with somebody for a moment of time. You might have to take 2 steps back so you can take 10 forward. But in the long run, you will be ahead of where you were if you were to stay at this place that didn't deserve you. And you're going to be ahead of others as well that didn't take that time. Our people know what to do. We know what we really want to do. The problem is we didn't follow through with that. We're taught to follow our dreams as kids. Then when we get older, oh, that's not realistic. We told that, right? Don't give up on them dreams. See, this is what's going on. A lot of people are not doing what they were meant to be doing in the first place. Your job does not define you. That's not your talent that the Most High gave you. That's not your gift. Unless you doing something in that skill or talent or gift. You know, if you're building houses and that's what you're skilled at and you're taking that and you're doing that so you can eventually become your own businessman or woman, you know, in real estate, that's different. Or if you're working on cars so you can essentially and eventually end up getting your own shop, okay, that's different. You see what I'm saying? But most people just doing any old job. Back in the day, we did what we was born to do. If your family was a farmer, all of y'all worked as farmers, right? Gardeners, you know, we did the skills that we knew. Go to Africa. They all grow vegetation and they sell their vegetation. That's a form of entrepreneurship. They might not be paid with their worth, but they're working for themselves, doing the skill that stayed within the family, if you get what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just hate how this is going, how people are realizing at the last minute that these jobs don't care about them. And they put everything else on the back burner. Now it's time to focus on yourself. So if you're in this same predicament, this same thing has happened to you, it's time to focus on you. What skills do you have? What gifts did the Most High give to you? That's when you're really going to get your blessings, when you're living in your purpose. Then that's when it's going to go up. You're going to reach new heights. And they're going to start coming tenfold. You're not going to even know it's coming. You're not going to expect it. It's just going to be all type of opportunities that you didn't even think would happen. You didn't even think was possible. You'll advance way further, way quicker. But yeah, I ain't going to talk too much. I appreciate y'all, man. If you made it to the end of the video, peace to my Hebrew family. Shalom. I will catch y'all on the next one.